can go to a peaceful country and live my life.
Yeah.
Even Americans themselves will tell you that.
Right.
If America is going to be, I have to move.
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, you know, this individual, let's just admit, number one, let's just say the United States of America has a lot of problems morally. I admit that. Why? Go back, my friend, go back 80 years and check out the United States of America. Upright people, going to church on. Not everybody's perfect. Sure, there's sinners, there's bad people in every nation at every time. But everybody at that time knew right from wrong. Crime was very low. Divorce was very low. What happened in about the 1960s, started with World War II and then went on and elevated, people in America began to leave Christianity. Christianity is what made this nation so great. Christianity is what gives that Muslim caller the freedom to live here or in Canada and to make such claims and to say things. And just as we said, wherever Islam is in power, look at those countries. They're full of chaos. Here in the United States of America, these Muslims come, and they come here for freedom. Now, this guy, I don't know, sounds like a black American maybe. I don't know who he was. But Muslims all over the world coming here to enjoy the freedom that we have here. How did the freedom get here? Because we had Sharia law? The Constitution is not Sharia law. The Constitution was based, if you check it out, it was based on the principles of democracy that were originally founded in the Christian Bible. You go back and you study the source documents. A study was done. I don't know if you heard about this, Yusuf. That study was done. What source documents did the founders use more than anything else in drafting the Constitution and Declaration of Independence?
I think it's the Bible.
And they found that overwhelmingly it was the Christian Bible, not the Quran, that this nation was founded on. And these people, like this Imam Shakha, who say we're going to destroy America, we're going to put Sharia law. Sharia law is the answer. Is it the answer in Iraq? Is it the answer in Palestine? Is it the answer in Somalia? Is it the answer in Afghanistan? Is it the answer in Pakistan? All of these countries full of chaos, murder, killing. At least I can go to sleep with some assurance and I'll wake up the next morning. But in these nations that are supposed to be so great, Muslim nations, these people are being destroyed. And as you said, destroying one another. Not just Muslims on Christians, but Muslims on Muslims.
Self-destructive.
Suicide.
Self-destructive.
Suicide.
It is amazing that the freedoms that we have here, that we can state our minds.
Yeah.
If you are a Middle Eastern and you lived in the Middle East, I used to read the newspaper, the daily newspaper. The simple question is, do we have prisons in our countries? Yes, we do. Do we have drug trafficking in our countries? Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Do we have killing there? Yes, we do.
Absolutely.
Read. There is a page in the newspaper said this is Safhat al-Jara'im. This is the crime page.
Yeah.
Who killed who and who.
Yeah.
So it seems to me we are so good in criticizing and pointing at people,
Yeah.
and we cannot point in ourselves.
Absolutely.
There is everything in every country. Every country has good things and
Yeah.
bad things,
Right.
and that includes the Middle East.
Absolutely.
So you cannot say America is bad. Wow. It opens its doors, provide you with the American dream, to be educated, to open your business. No revolution is going to come tomorrow and take your bank account and just kick you out and take your company.
Yeah.
There is no such thing.
Yeah.
But we still want to come here. We want to live the life, but we still want to destroy it.
Absolutely. Islam is so great. What kind of inventions have we seen in the Muslim world in the last 100 years? If the Muslim world did not have oil, the Arab world, they wouldn't have hardly anything. You look at these nations, even Iran. Why don't they have nuclear arms yet? They may have them. Where are they getting them from? Are they making them themselves? Well, only from the Russians and the Chinese and all these others. Iraq, the same thing. Where did all their weapons come from? Well, the United States, France, Russia. All of these countries, anything that they have that's nice, it's built from outside. Why? Isn't Islam supposed to be nurturing the greatest science in the world? What happened to the Islamic world that you have to go to America and Europe and now China and Russia and the Japanese to get everything that's made?
If you are not loyal to this country, and this is why you came to live in this country, to give you all the opportunities that you want for your family, for yourself, if you do not like it, and this is not your loyalty, I don't know why you are punishing yourself to be here.
Well,
I mean, Secondly,
Isn't the answer, Pastor Yusuf,
Secondly,
right here, Imam Shakir, who says it's time to wage a cultural jihad now?
To take over.
Don't you think that some of these are waging that cultural
yes,
jihad?
but before you point at somebody else and accuse him of this and this and this, statistic, we're good in statistics.
He didn't put his sources up there. You know?
Look at the other side. Look at your own country.
Yeah.
What is going on there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of stuff going on.
Right.
So we are so good in just beating up
Yeah.
the hand that is feeding us. We bite it.
Right. Right.
That's not good.
Yeah. And that's a great point.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, we have a lot more callers. Before we go to the next one, let me just make one note on that final point that we didn't allow him to finish. Here we are talking about piracy in Islam. His first point was a good point. We allowed that point. The second point he brought up without statistics, and he just kept going on and on and on. I don't think it was so great. And then the third point, just to throw something in there, like Muslims always do. And this thing about Jesus being God, I want you to go to verse so-and-so in the Bible. Sorry, folks, this is not a Muslim Bible study. Now, we can set up a program if you Muslims truly want to study the Bible. I'll be glad to help you understand the truth about the Bible. But I didn't go to school for many years to study the Bible, to sit here and let you bring up a verse and a verse here and a verse here out of context, not understanding the Bible, just taking verses, wresting them out of their proper place to try to prove something that you're so foolish. If you believe that Jesus is not the Son of God, then stick to your Quran, which says such. But if you try to take the Bible, and you try to say that the Bible teaches that Jesus is not the Son of God, you're either one of two things. You're either very ignorant and stupid, you don't know anything about the Bible, or number two, you're simply using deception. And if you call in here and try to use the Bible to say that Jesus is not the Son of God, you're going to fail. Okay, I'll just let you know
Or
right
use
now.
it right.
There's your heads up, okay? But I'm glad that you're trying to use the Bible because there's power in every verse, even the verses that you use mistakenly. And the Spirit that is in you and me, Pastor Yusuf, greater is He that is in us than he that is in the world.
Against us, yes.
Amen. And with that note, let's take the next caller right now. Welcome, you're on the air with News and Views.
Yes, Pastor Joseph, this is Sally from Los Angeles.
Hello, Sally, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. I'm glad to hear your voice.
I'm glad to hear it. You know, Pastor Joseph, I was in Mogadishu in Somalia, and I know the land of Somalia is very desert, nothing to grow. They don't have anything to eat. But the only thing they have now is the fish. Where they go by the coast of Somalia, they fish. You understand?
Okay.
And then European, Americans, Japanese, Chinese, they come and they dump chemical waste. Please understand this, Pastor Joseph, Pastor Yusuf, you, man of God, understand. These people, they used to have only fish. They don't have fish no more. The fish is dying because of chemical waste. You know, now there never been a Somali pirate. So the pirates say, oh, we don't have fish anymore to fish. Why don't we fish the sheep?
Then what this has to do with religion?
Wait. No religion at all. So they cannot.
You're telling me this is not
What?
driven by any kind of belief or religion?
No religion.
All right.
We're talking about food. We're talking food, Pastor Yusuf.
So if we give the food to Somalia, Somalia will be okay.
Wait. They cannot fish. They cannot fish. They cannot fish. So what they do now is fishing the ship. You understand me?
Okay, Salah. I hear what you're saying. I don't know if that's true or not. We'll just accept that what you say is true because you seem like a good man. But if that is true, are you telling us then for Muslim Somali pirates to go and attack ships of other countries and to kill individuals and captains and everything else, that's okay because these foreign ships are polluting their waters and hurting their fishing trade? Are you justifying murder in the name of Islam?
No, at all. Okay, no, at all. No. I will never justify that. But let us go to the Bible, Pastor Joseph.
Now, with you, Salah, I will go to the Bible. Salah is a nice man. Let's go to the Bible.
Hold on. Yes, let's go to the Bible. Let us talk about the Bible between Jesus and the Samaritan woman.
The Somalian woman?
Samaritan lady.
Samaritan lady. The Samaritan lady?
On the Jacob well. Oh, yes. The
Jacob's well. Okay, you're talking about the Gospel of John, chapter 4. So let's let all of our Muslims get their Bibles. And usually they quote from John chapter 5. But let's look at John chapter 4. Okay, Salah, go right ahead.
Okay. You know, this is what Jesus have make example for me and you. So he lowered himself. He lowered himself and asked this woman, give me something to drink.
Yes.
You understand? But Jesus, he tried to show how you as a Christian and how we as a Muslim come together. He tried to be example. Pastor Yusuf, what's wrong with you guys? You know, be like that. Be like that and, you know, bring us together. Jesus tried to show that. And this woman, she knows that Jesus is a Jew, and she wonders, how come this Jew is asking me something to drink from my vessel?
Yeah, Salah, this is an excellent point, but how did the story end? Do you remember what happened to the Samaritan woman and to the Samaritan men in that town? Do you remember what they did at the end of the story?
You know, yes, Jesus said to her, you are a married woman with she has 5 husbands, right? And she have one at last. But the story, he told every story of her past. She went and she evangelical the Christ. She speak of to her people about Christ.
Yes.
That's what the story all about.
Right, and the end of the story, Salah, is she believes in Jesus, and so do the Samaritans believe in Jesus, and that is the answer, and that is the solution for Jesus and these Samaritans becoming one. And I believe with all my heart, Salah, that that is the solution for you and me, for Christians and Muslims becoming one. It's to believe in Jesus, and not just that he was a prophet, but that he is the Masih, that he is the Christ, not just the Masih in Islam, but the anointed one, that he is exactly who he says he was in the Gospel of John and all the other Gospels, the Son of God, that he was in fact equal with God, that he was God in the flesh. And that's the answer.
I want to add another point here.
Go ahead, Pastor Yusuf.
It is always the one that is, the criminal is against. They are against him. They're trying to kill him. They're trying to kick him out of the country.
Right.
He is the one who has to say, okay, let's stand up and understand each other.
Yeah.
Why the other side is not doing the same?
Right.
I mean, it cannot work with one side. It has to be two-sided.
Right.
For peace to happen.
Well, look at
But
Israel and the Palestinians.
You tell the Egyptian there that the Christian Egyptians that are being killed, they want to talk about it. They want to make peace. They want to, but the other side said, no, we're going to kill you.
Absolutely not. And the Quran doesn't allow for peace like that.
If you want to apply what Jesus said, it has to be the two sides.
Right.
She agreed and he agreed.
Right.
Everybody was in peace.
Yeah.
But you cannot impose peace on people by force. You cannot impose love.
Right.
You cannot impose loyalty. You cannot impose values on people.
Right. Right.
You cannot do that.
It has to be here.
Yeah. You cannot just put the pistol in their heads and they're on the ground and you ought to tell them, see, I will love you and if you do what I want you to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that he is in the weak side and you're trying to...
Right. Yeah, if what he says is the truth, it should be evident. Are you still with us, Saleh?
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
Saleh, what do you think of what Pastor Yusuf said?
Well, I do understand, I do understand the peace, See, the peace has to come within self. See, within self who accept and admit, and, God,
But we have to come in agreement, both of us. Not one side is imposing him to have to come with an agreement, and the other side doesn't want to.
Right. Yeah, Saleh, this is a problem, wouldn't you admit? I mean, you've brought up the issue of the Palestinians before. You look at the Israelis and the Palestinians. I know that this makes a lot of people mad, this issue, but how many times have there been agreements? Look, the Palestinians, the Hamas charter, the Hamas in power in one side there in West Bank, in Gaza. In their charter, in their organizational structure, it says, it quotes the hadith, that they are going to overcome the Jews, that Allah's Apostle Muhammad will descend, and Jesus will descend.